So I don't know if you guys have seen this today, but apparently Splitgate 2 has been announced. Now, if you have never played Splitgate, it's basically a first-person shooter that's 4v4 team-based with red and blue teams. It's basically a mix between Halo and Portal, with you being able to create portals on the ground to travel and use momentum to fire upon your enemies, with Spartan-looking characters and first-person shooter guns, all that good stuff. And it was really popular back in the day. It was made by a few guys who made 1047 games. They did it in their dorm rooms while they were attending Stanford University. Unfortunately, they weren't able to continue maintaining the game because they could not resolve the server capacity issues on the engine that they were running, so they decided to scrap it eventually after like a season of maintaining the game and moved on to make their sequel. Now, this sequel right here, it looks vastly different from what the original Splitgate is. And if you look at this photo right here, you can probably see where this game is headed. I'm going to remove my picture, and you can see that the main character is one of the most flamboyant characters I have ever seen in a video game, and he is very obvious about who he is and what he does. You've got the hairstyle with the blue and the pink and all that stuff, his outfit. He's got a very flamboyant pose, and you'll see even more that points to this character obviously being gay. And the colors that they're using for this, it looks very Concord, very Sweet Baby Inc., to be honest with you. It looks like there may be some involvement from a gaming consultancy or something, because ever since these guys announced that they were going to use Unreal Engine 5 to develop their game, it's become a complete departure from the original vision that we all used to play back in 2021. First, you have to see their post that got ratioed by Endymion, because he's like, whoever made this design should be fired, and I agree, because this character just looks so strange. I don't understand. But on the article itself, it says Splitgate 2 announced for PS5, Xbox, PS4. I mean, it's coming to everything. PC as well. 1047 Games has announced free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter Splitgate 2. It's going to be live service. Does that mean that there are going to be a bunch of microtransactions? Possibly, although the developer says that these are going to be aesthetic only. I guess time will tell if that's true or not. When I read all the way to the bottom, it said that they also released, as of today, a companion app that I'm going to take a look at. And you have to see the crazy things that this thing shows you. One of the first photos that you see shows a really flamboyant man. I'm pretty sure that he's supposed to be a homosexual. He's got an earring and everything, but I'm not sure if this is the main character. I can't really tell, but he's the first thing you see, and he says, "Welcome recruit. Of course you know me. Alpha Elo," so that's not the main character. "Splitgate Ace Extraordinaire. Sorry, no autographs. I'm here to make sure you don't walk into the wrong portal. Let me show you around." And he starts to tour you through the app and showing you all of the different things you can do, like collecting cards and reading comic books, which are some of the most poorly written comic strips I've ever seen. No surprise though, since it appears to have been written by Hillary Goldstein, who used to write a bunch of reviews for IGN way back in the day. I'm not sure what he's doing writing comics for this video game, but apparently it is a thing, and no wonder, if that is the case, why IGN would be talking about it so quickly. But then the app gives you a quiz, asking you a whole bunch of weird questions. The guy even announces it to you. He's like, "Hey, take the quiz. I'll keep checking back to uncover more about who you are and what sort of Splitgate ace you'll become, what your identity is." And it asks you what your next vacation spot is, your inner animal, which, by the way, I chose a fox. I don't even know why. And then dinner options, which I chose steak, and the meaning of life, and then it calculates your results. And then it gave me the mirror card, the purple-haired chick. Let's check out a little bit of the app on the phone recording that I have provided. Yeah, so this is the Splitgate 2 companion app. When you go on this app, you see a number of things. You see the three main characters of this game. One of them has purple hair. Apparently, the app says that there's a logical reason for that. You've got this flamboyant dude here who wears the gayest clothes ever, and it shows you a bunch of things that you can collect, like trading cards here and there, and you've got the character Mira. It says right at the bottom there's a logical reason for why Mira's hair is purple, but she doesn't want you to ask why. So they're going to have an in-game lore reason for her having purple hair that's half-shaven. I'm sure that's going to be so funny. I bet that's something that they thought up themselves, and they were super excited about it. You've got the bolt description here with pink all over it. It's just, it looks so weird, man. This game is not the same as it used to be, and I don't know who was involved in this, but yeah. Look at those flamboyant abs. Okay, look at the way he's standing. That is just wild, man. It's also written really poorly. I mean, the dialogue is so cringe. I mean, they've got this dude floating around in a void naked, trying to get back to his body. I don't know who this game was made for. I doubt that it was made for Splitgate fans. fans. It seems that they want to just revamp what this game was supposed to be, and they want to take it in the direction of creating strong women, weak men with parenting issues and whatnot. Don't worry, guys, it gets even better than that. I actually have a gameplay trailer that I watched. I don't know how it's going to be going in the next few hours, but it looks like it's on its way to be ratioed. I'm going to show you guys this clip right here and tell me what you think of this. I personally think it's cringe.
You know you don't get extra points for style, right?
Well, when I'm done, they're gonna have to change that rule.
Muting chat.
Yeah, that was really bad, I know. She's like, you know you don't get points for style, right? He's like, when I'm done, they're gonna have to change the lore. And then they jump over their obstacle and just like leap into the fight. Dude, it's super generic. I mean, if this was their idea of evolving from the original Splitgate that looks so much better, then I don't know what in the world they were thinking. The original Splitgate gameplay right here, I mean, the game is so much different than it used to be. It was just a fun little Portal game. You just shoot your buddies. Red team, blue team, they kind of look like Spartans, but it was a really neat idea. And this is the direction that they want to go with Splitgate. They want to have a super gay-looking main character with a half-shaven, purple-headed woman who actually has an in-game lore reason for her hair being purple. This game looks to be catering to the Sweet Baby audience. Gaming consultancy agency defenders, Kotaku editors, those are the kinds of people that this game seems tailored towards. And it really is a shame to see such a great game with wonderful potential taking such a dark turn and becoming just like every other modern day game, with a bunch of snarky Marvel-esque characters with half-shaven purple and pink hair calling each other fam and traveling through portals naked and crying over your daughter that you'll never fix the relationship with. And the fact that they've added all of these comics and all this lore all of a sudden with these characters just doing very strange things. I'm not sure what to think about this game. I have a really bad feeling about it. I'm not sure if Sweet Baby Inc. was directly involved or not, but it is certainly concerning. Speaking of Sweet Baby Inc. games, we've also got Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, releasing today. Now, on Metacritic, it's not looking too hot. It does have a 71, so people are saying that it's somewhat decent. I took a look at it on Xbox Game Pass. By the way, it is on Xbox Game Pass, so do with that info what you will, but the download size for this game is about 16 gigs, so I don't imagine that this game is very long. Some people are saying it only takes a few hours to beat it, but I don't know for sure, and I'll get back to you guys on that one. But considering that this was made by A44 Games and Sweet Baby Inc. had a heavy hand in it, Kim Belair, I imagine that this game is not going to get a lot of attention. Sweet Baby Inc. games are notorious for not getting a lot of attention from mainstream gamers, and this one seems to be flying under the radar as well. I am not seeing a lot of talk about it, and on Steam, it only has about 40-something reviews as of the time of recording. Now, the reviews are saying that the gameplay is decent. It's not really a Souls-like, it's a Souls-like, but if you are wary of Sweet Baby Inc. games and you want nothing to do with them, then I'm pretty sure I know where you stand on this. Now, it is unfortunate that this game got any attention in the first place, considering that Kim Belair went in and basically forced these developers to change the main character to a black woman who fights a bunch of white people and white-looking creatures in this game that appears to be based on colonialism. Ever since I reported on A44 Games, I have not seen much about Flintlock, although every time I do see it, people are not happy with its existence because of the fact that it's a Sweet Baby Inc. game. But my question is, how many people played the demo? Ooh, I think the 24-hour peak from what I'm seeing here was 93, with an all-time peak of 295. I wonder if it's the same exact people that were playing Tales of Kenzera, which was an Abubakar Salim production, executively produced by Sweet Baby Inc. One person playing, that is pretty astounding. I don't know if this is a multiplayer game or a single player, but it does not seem to be hitting the ground running, and that is something that, again, Sweet Baby Inc. is known for. Their games just don't do well. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League did terribly. Spider-Man 2 barely made a profit. Alan Wake 2 has yet to make a profit. A bunch of their indie games have flopped or are just not talked about, and this game has just come out. It's not doing so good, just like Tales of Kenzera. So do with that information what you will, but keep an eye on that as well as the Splitgate sequel, because I'm sure that when more of these comics are released, we're going to have a lot more insight into the characters as well as the direction that the developers developers are taking this game. And from what I've seen so far, it looks like a game that is tailored towards niche gamers that only account for a 0% of the population. And that is all I've got for you guys in this video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't had the chance to like it and share it with your friends, that would be awesome. And hey, if you're feeling ultra spicy, consider subscribing to my channel so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing I've got going on. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Later. Meow meow.